And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Captain of Industry. Alright, some updates here. I have just been making sure everything is stable, everything is good. And yeah, there's a few tweaks that I've done. My test world has shown I needed a pipe balancer before ammonia and a pipe balancer before hydrogen. Because I want to make sure that there's a fail-safe for each one of those. I can enable and disable this chemical plant as needed. Like if we have way too much ammonia, then I can disable this, and then hydrogen will eventually build up. So I need to be able to vent it. So those two changes to this setup are vital to where we're going next. And then another change is I just started this over here. We have water. One of the other major things is we want to make sure we are prioritizing the water supply from these two here. These two are very, very important. These are processing the exhaust, right? These are when the exhaust scrubber runs, they give that steam low. That's what these two do. And so we want to make sure that we are processing all of the steam low water and using that in the system before we pull in fresh, new water from just the dedicated. We have, one or two dedicated lines over here for water. And so before any of that water is consumed, I want to make sure that we are bringing in the water from the exhaust first and foremost. And I switched this up. This was pulling water from here, right? And so this had a priority of water out to here, but that was not working. So I just basically pull off of the tank, push into this. So this line should always be full. This is supplying the water to the steam boilers, and ensuring that this is full. And then I have a priority out for this. Just, any water that comes in. This uses so little water that I'm not too worried about it. And so yeah, I've got this all up. I've got the salt making again. I have cleared the salt from over here, so no more salt over there. We have it just pulling off the brine that we're already making, so we don't even need to pull any more water out of this. We just basically consuming the brine that we're already getting. So we're getting roughly 24 brine out of that. So that's like 48 brine plus 18. So not quite enough to keep these going, but still these are going, working on filling up this big salt container. And then chlorine I have not enabled right now because we're not in super huge need of chlorine. We have quite a bit in here already. One of the only uses that we have right now is processing our wastewater, and I mean it's not that much, right? For every few minutes, because this is doing okay. All right, I am continually trying to work my way through the mountain here. I'm really used to my basically my test world. And my test world, I mean, I have landfilled all the way out, all the way back in here. There's a huge amount out here that I've got landfilled. So when I loaded this map up, I was just like, wow, this island is so tiny. But it's, yeah, the settings that I use also with this island, if I were to go back and restart, I would change the height of the world, because it alters the amount of raw material. You see how like this height right here and this height right here, if you go in and tweak those settings, the cliff settings, you actually get way more material to expand your island. And that would be nice. That would be very, very nice. And I am currently in the process of switching up all of my trucks. See, when I find a little truck like this, I just scrap it. A little blue truck that has nothing to do, or I don't even care if it has nothing to do. If I find one that's empty, oh no, see, he's assigned. I want to make sure. Let's assign you two, and I'm going to scrap you. And this guy's got to go dump his dirt. Now, speaking of dirt, where is he going to dump his dirt? Well, you know, one of the things I've done is I want to make sure I have a supply of dirt, so when I do expand the island, I've got a lot of dirt that I can use to create more farmland. So this guy right now is traveling across the whole map to my new dirt storage. Yes, indeed, this is going to be a ginormous project. I'm doing little bits at a time. But if you look at the dump right here, so this is the dirt storage ramp. So that is what this is. This is the priority here. I want to make sure the ramp is good to go. And then the dirt storage itself is a maximum sized area. Absolutely, positively, uber max sized area. And this thing is going to hold so much dirt, because what I want to do is I basically want to just clear all of the cliff area here, just clear all this dirt. Eventually, we really are going to need like the bigger excavators to make that go faster, but we're a little ways away from that right now. I have a lot more miscellaneous stuff to do first, like right there. So I'm going to need electronics too, which is going to need silicon, right? So quartz mining is what I'm going to need. So let's see. Is there a quartz mine? I don't see. Ooh, there's one. Is that one? Yes. Go. Battle. Go battle. Do your thing. So, while we're waiting, naphtha is filling up. I've right now got my rubber maker over here. I turned off truck import. So I'm just trying to drain as much of this as I can. Because I want to move all of this stuff. I want to free up this area up here as much as possible to redesign concrete setup, because we are going to need vast amounts of concrete. And so, yeah, I would like to basically redesign this, maybe even get rid of all these water Duvalakis here, because, yeah, it's really a mess, and I really want to redo all of this. This is just horribly bad. And so I'm going to have to redesign this, because I'm going to need a lot more steel production than iron production. We are in the point in the world now where we are not going to be using that much iron. And the iron that we are going to be, like, we're getting to the point now where we will be able to satisfy our iron demand just from the recyclables. Like, just from this, we'll be able to satisfy our iron demand. As soon as I get the recycling efficiencies up, which means I need to get a unity boost here. And so what I'm going to do is we are going to put a little vehicle ramp in here. We're going to build that and build that. We're going to turn off truck import, because I've got the medical supplies right here. And so you are going to be medical supplies, and we're going to be able to just go boop to boop right there. And that'll give us a use for some plastic. It's really a negligible amount of steel, I think. Well, maybe a little bit of steel involved. But yeah, 24 a minute for medical supplies. and we need 7 a minute. So we got plenty of time, plenty to go. I do have a better excavator queued for this guy, and there's one last dude here that needs to go away. So I've got 4 trucks left. Yep, I have 4 trucks left. Ooh, there's one. Grab him. Grab him. And I've just been building tons and tons and tons of trucks, like better trucks. Okay, so I would like to move my rubber from over here, because this is kind of janky. And I don't want to have to move all that stuff all the way over there. So we have naphtha right here. We even have chlorine over here. So where would it be a good spot for this? I'm thinking, how many? Yeah, we're a little low on underground Dugalaki's there. We got a little bit of space. So I'm thinking like right here. Maybe it's here? No, rubber. Nope. Rubber maker, there it is. All right. So let's get this to be the right recipe. Off. And now with the recipe selected, you can actually see where the inputs are, which is glorious. So copy, flip. I would like a 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then copy both. And just go crazy. And now we're gonna make sure those are all copied. Everything is good. So yeah, we don't need nearly this much production right now, but it's nice to have. You know, if I move these over 1, that'll be a nice too much. Right there. Nice setup. So there's really no loss, no bits and bobs out of this that are wasted. Come on. There you go. You hit F, so we can cross over that. All right, so now we need naphtha. Which I'm going to make sure we have a vehicle ramp right here, because I'd like to make sure everything has a way to get through. Where's my middle? I guess I don't have a middle, so I just gotta wing it. Okay, there's my naphtha. Now I need sulfur, and sulfur is right down here. Believe it or not, I've had a ship here with sulfur in it, and I don't think I've unloaded any sulfur out of this thing. Like, crazy enough as it is, I think we're making enough sulfur just with this process over here that we're satisfying our demand. Okay, so I need to pull off of here, and we are gonna sidle up right in here. Nope. Let's go up. Something like that. Make sure we're underneath both of those, which is perfect. What shenanigans are these? Mm-hmm. There we go. Now, connect both of those. Connect both of those. There. New rubber area. Because I've been using quite a lot of rubber making all those things. Oh, we're getting so close. Look at that. 1,800 left. So like 100 minutes. Was that right? No. 18 a minute. 1,800. Yeah, that sounds about right. And this is going strong. Let's give you a temporary boost. And you can see our health. Look at our health. Crazy how much of a difference that made. We're just going crazy. I'm gonna slow down growth for a little bit. I've got a lot of housing space. Oh yeah, ship in battle. Hey, we won. Glorious. And now quartz. So wow, construction parts. 225 construction parts for the quartz mine. Ugh. Well, we've got to do it. I mean, that's just what we have to do, I guess. How's my copper? My copper had stopped for a little bit. I think we're going good here. Yeah, copper is back up and running. Excellent. And I really want to move my copper smelting over to here, which is why I've got this little guy. So we've got copper scrap. I've just got all the pieces here, right? To go to copper. And all of the new fancy stuff. So Metalcaster 2, Blast Furnace 2 is going to need some sand. So there's my ore, there's my sand, there's my coal. And I'll have to figure that out because I wanted to get this in place first. Give me an idea. Plus I gotta pay attention to my border here, my ore. So yeah. Let's get some of this stuff built. Actually, since we're repairing, let's start loading the ship. And I really, really, really want to redo all of this. This is just horribly bad. Just horribly, horribly bad. Where would be a good spot? I need a lot of space. I mean, in here would be nice to just sort of sneak it in there, but yeah, in my other world, instead of coming down with the build, I went up with the expansion, and that made a big difference to my mindset. My brain hurts trying to figure all this out. But yeah, all of this up here, I'd like to basically deconstruct most of this and then flatten out the sand in here, even though it would mean moving this, which is going to be rough. But yeah, getting all that flattened would help, and then maybe rebuilding. I don't even know where we would rebuild iron. I'm thinking up here, getting rid of this Because iron is just this huge patch here, right? We got this big thing of iron. And then over here, there's another enormous thing of iron. So when the time comes and I have to start mining this, I'd rather not have to have it go all the way out to here. Having it in some middle ground here would be very, very helpful. So those are just the big plans, going forward. How is my dirt storage here? I gotta make sure to keep an eye on this. Using a little concrete as I get it, because I have a lot of stuff set out here. Maybe I could. Can I build the rest of these? That would be glorious. I can. Excellent. Because there's another level. The reason why this jogs out like this is there's another level that goes up, right? This another level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes up. And then it jogs over. So there's going to be 3, 1, 2, 3, actually 4. There's going to be 4 levels going up. But I need to get this one filled in and then get the borders filled in around here so I can have a second level, and then I can do the ramp, second level of the ramp. And then build the borders out here and then do a third level and then a fourth level. So there's going to be a mountain of dirt right here. It's like a huge project. But it's not wasting any dirt. Any dirt that I'm finding anywhere in the map is going to that dirt storage. And yeah, it's kind of far away and it's going to use a huge amount of real estate, but when we finally expand all this stuff out here, I'll be able to just drop in dirt really easily. Okay, so I want to do you and you. That's going to take... Yeah, those long belts take forever. How many parts? Yeah, see, I'm low on parts. I need to ramp up part production like crazy. All right, are these full? I just want to make sure. Yeah, I want to make sure they're not full on brine. If they're full on brine, then I'd have to build this and at least one of these. But they're not, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. And look at salt. Salt production is going great. Why aren't you? Okay. None of these are remotely full yet, so I'm not worried about that. And we've got a little naphtha coming in now. This needs to empty. Darn it, this needs to empty. Either that, or I just deconstruct that and move it all back over to here. That's 548. Not enough. There's not enough space in here for that. Darn. All right, well, that is going to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.